Will this be the day I finally post a video online or somewhere? I don't know. Welcome to my garden here in Ontario, Canada. We're in a zone 5 garden, or 4. I'll probably say 5 because we're surrounded by trees and it gives a little microclimate. I've been gone for a month and a half and I've done a lot of work and harvested lots of things. I'll probably throw in a clip here about what was growing. There were lots of peppers here. Lots of peppers, a few tomatoes in the back row here. And I wasn't really happy about how the plants turned out, so I pulled them out to overwinter and I added my compost over it. This is a compost I made in June, so July, August, September. I put the compost in September, so it's 3-month-old compost. It still has some wood chips. I don't really mind because I don't dig it into the soil. I kind of just lay it on above and then rake out most of the big wood chips out. As you can see, I levered some air into the soil, and that's all I do. So there are pretty big chunks of soil in there. I don't really destroy the structure of it. And yeah, I don't really know what to say. I'll just give you a walk around of my garden. These are my chard. They're not looking very good because I actually grew them there this summer and I just pulled them out and put them here. And there's more chard that looks like this under the tarp there. This chard here has been overwintered from last year, looking very good. You have here some onions, blue of Solez. These are French onion. Not onions, leeks, sorry. And some carrots. I don't really know what variety of carrots these are, but I think they are Chantenay or maybe Denver, but I'm leaning more on Chantenay. And here in the back there with red stems, these are Cosmic Red. They're not very big compared to the Chantenay, but they're nice and sweet, so I'm gonna grow them again next year. I have here a strawberry bed that I planted. It's not too bad, but the problem is my neighbor has a lot of weeds, so they grow in very often, and this is actually the only bed where I have a hard time dealing with weeds. I spend more time dealing with weeds here than anywhere else in the garden. As you can see, the weed pressure isn't huge, so I actually tarped this bed. I actually tilled the whole bed because with my garden fork because it was overgrown with mint, and so I tried to take as much mint root as possible out. And then what I did is I planted in it. This is actually is this my second year? I don't really know. Yes, this is my second year. So I had a bit more mint this year, but not much. And this is basically the most weed-free side of the garden. The only place I allow mint to grow is here. That's why it's heavily wood-chipped. It won't stop mint from going around, but when I pull out the mint root, it just comes out really easily. So all these beds have been pulled out and aerated, and also I added one full wheelbarrow of compost above that I raked out, the wood chips. So it's not too bad. This is unsifted compost. And I put everything in it, so you can actually see some seashells from my moule marinière dinner I had. And I have some flowers here that grow that I use for vegetable salads and decoration. So this full bed here is grown with garlic. I spaced them one hand like this, one hand away, so there's 4 rows of garlic in here. Here's my first batch of beetroot that I kind of couldn't consider as successful. I think next year, we tend to put loads of seeds and then weed, not weed, but thin them out. Next year I'm just gonna put less seeds and then do less thinning because it's a waste of resources. So here is freshly aerated. I don't have enough. I actually do have compost, but I'm not gonna put more. So it's gonna just stay like this all winter. It's gonna freeze and unfreeze, so it's gonna recompact itself later. But because there are big chunks that are unturned or unbroken, you'll still have some proper structure in it. Here you have all this side are plots that I made this year because I had the tarp here last year. This whole part was tarped all summer. I took the tarp out here so you can see that there are weeds there, but I won't deal with them now. I'll deal with them in spring, or maybe I could deal with them soon because I want to deal with them before winter, so then if there are rhizomes left, they'll have less energy for spring. I just don't have my weeding tool on me right now, so I'll come back. So all these beds I started by laying, actually what did I do? So I just forked the soil underneath it and I added soil above. That's all I did. All the way to the end there. I actually had this tarp you see here there this summer with sweet potatoes, and this was overgrown with so this soil you see here is unforked soil except where I dug out the sweet potatoes. And so I put there was a higher area here, higher elevation area, and I just put dragged the soil all the way there with because I had potatoes, so I had to dig them out, and I dragged all the soil there, and I added a few wheelbarrows of soil from different areas because you can see that this is kind of a high spot. So this part here had lots of weeds, you can still see them. So what I did is I cut them all out. Everything that was above ground I cut out. Everything that's not a rhizome, all the rhizome plants I put in my compost, and anything that's just like twigs and whatnot, I just laid it on the floor. I added some more material. I added 2 wheelbarrows of compost in there, and I'll grow some vining crops next year in here. I don't know what yet, but that's all I did. So the soil underneath hasn't been tilled or anything. Here are 2 nice beds. I grew potatoes in here this summer, so everything here has been tilled because I wanted to get all the potatoes out. It's the only moment where I would consider that I actually till the whole soil. But I'm gonna stop growing potatoes in soil, so there will be no more of that because it's really a pain to pull out. Next year I'm gonna grow them in pots. What I can say about this part is that everything from this side is the zinnia side of the garden because of the trees we saw earlier. There isn't much I gotta say. Yeah, that's about it. I have asparagus there that I started from seed. They're doing pretty good. I'm really happy about them. I'm actually gonna regrow more from seed. I really recommend it because it's actually easy than buying crowns, and for 1 crown you can actually just buy a pack of seeds. something I recommend. Some haven't grown as quite big as these ones because they were smothered. You can see there they're kind of small, and I had there is some larvae, worms that eat the leaves, so that was the only issue I had with them this year. But these should overwinter hopefully, and if they don't, it's okay, I'll just replant more. Yeah, that's a little intro and tour of my garden. I actually wanted to do a small, I do video logs for myself, just so then I remember what I planted and I can compare, when winter hits and you don't know what to do and you absolutely want to garden. Well, what I do is I just watch my own gardening videos so I can plan ahead. Yeah, there you go. So this is an example of unweeded area. That's all the grass that just grows from outside there, and that just grows in. And this is what my garden used to look like before I took over. There. So I hope you'll stick around, and I'll make more videos through the winter, because all these leeks and carrots I'm gonna harvest when there will be snow and it will be freezing temperatures. So yeah, hope you like it, and this is my garden here in Canada. Bye.